Yo, 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 welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the PC Gamer Showcase thing that we have for E3 2018. I'm back with James Corp. What up, sir? How you doing? Welcome back. A couple things. The things that I have a feeling would show up, and this is based on the sponsors for the PC Gamer Show, which is like, hosted by it's sort of like an informal thing hosted by like Day 9, run by the PC Gamer dudes. The guys that made XCOM have are a sponsor, as well as Tripwire Interactive, guys that made Killing Floor, bought Killing Floor and made it into a game. Team 17 and like Worms, those guys, who are now a publisher, by mind you. They're an indie games publisher. And the last person is Stardock. They're another sponsor. But is there anything you really want to see from this, James? I'm personally really looking forward for Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. I want to see more from them.
I don't really know what's happening, actually, to say the honest truth.
Well, this is basically just an informal discussion about PC gaming into the future, basically. So,
I mean, I don't know. If I know this pipe dream, I'd love to see a new Monkey Island, but that's me.
So, like a LucasArts thing?
Yeah, bring back the old point-and-click games and do a new one.
Well, LucasArts doesn't exist anymore, so maybe.
I know. I know, but it's just it's a lofty dream that will probably never happen.
Yeah, no, I get you. But we'll probably see a lot of smaller titles. We might even see like there's a lot of XCOM based games that are coming out.
I'm interested in seeing what like indie games that turn up here as well. It's because some of them are like really interesting, but I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't do any homework.
That's all right. I believe that there's Floof wants to join in. Sure. I'll give him a link here real quickly. But I don't have a lot of expectations for going into this, so I honestly don't know what to expect. But that's pretty much a good thing, we're probably going to get very shocked by that. We'll probably see something along the lines from Double Fine, maybe. I don't know.
Well, Double Fine is the ones that you go to now for Adventure games, isn't it? Pretty much, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah. Floof, are you in? Floof.
I am here.
Hello. That disembodied voice you're hearing is Floof Knight, former streamer and former lover of mine since he gave up streaming.
I've been demoted to a regular.
To side bitch.
Yeah, I am now the side bitch.
Floof, what are you expecting from the PC Gamer stuff?
PC Gamer stuff. I'm expecting to see, and hoping / to see a little bit more of the Phoenix Point.
Yes, that's the XCOM game that I was trying to think of, but yeah.
Yeah. You already covered Bannerlord, which is something else I'm looking up on. I'm hoping for, I don't know, maybe it's not for here, but something to do with BattleTech. Like I want something more.
The people that just made BattleTech Harebrained Schemes have been bought out by someone. I can't remember who it was.
Paradox Interactive, isn't it not?
Yeah, Paradox. That's the one. Yeah. So we might even see. You know what? We might even see something from White Wolf Publishing, because Paradox own them as well. So
yeah,
maybe.
That would be my fucking extremely lofty goal, to see like a Vampire the Masquerade game show up. That'd be great. Give me the Sin Eaters game that has Richard in it. I would play that.
Well, who owned it? Who owned White Wolf? It was the people that did Eve, wasn't it?
No, White Wolf was self-owned and self-published.
No, they were bought by. I'm sure they were bought by the people that made Eve.
They were bought by. They were bought by before. You mean before Paradox?
Yeah, I believe they were owned by. I forget the company's name, but it was the people that did Eve Online, and then they did nothing with the license, and then they sold it on to Well, I guess I don't exactly know what happened. I think they became their own thing for
October
a bit.
2015, acquired by CCP.
Yeah, I believe they're the ones who did EVE Online.
There's a CCP and then there's the EVE Online CCP. I don't know if it's the same thing.
I believe it. From what I know, I believe it's the same place.
It's CCP HF, which is Icelandic video game developer. So I'm pretty sure it's the same people. So, yeah. But yeah, now they're owned by Paradox, and you know, from what I understand, from my ties to Paradox, they are looking into that sort of stuff. But right now, I think mostly they're sort of doubling down on like the books being published, because 5th edition is a thing that's coming out now. So maybe that's far in the future, but we might see something. I don't know. Could be cool. Could be cool. Let's see. Is there anything that's been? So how far are we out? Oh, okay, we're like.
I wouldn't mind seeing a new Shadowrun as well from
Hairbrain. Yeah.
From Hairbrain. Hairbrain.
Hairbrained. That'd be cool. I'd be okay with that.
There was something else I had on my mind. But now, of course, I can't remember it.
Okay, so we're like 36 seconds away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go on. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I'm just trying to think. Like, maybe I would like something new with what's the word?
Bird.
Total War. I would like a new Total War.
What aren't they just?
I know
releasing...
they just came out with the Britain one, but I'm thinking
There's a Viking one as well, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a basically Total War Warhammer 3.
Well, that is the next. That is in development, I think. Is it not? It's going to be a free part. They're going to do another part of the world, I believe.
There is magic
Origins
in PC gaming.
So that's the game right there. The one.
Rewrite.
Okay, is Diva and Doom?
Just listen to stories.
Oh, jeez.
Inhabit them. It says, don't just accept the limits. Overclock beyond them. It says, don't just play games.
Really?
Revel in them. Unleash them.
Oh, it's the same guy
it says,
from...
Seriously, is every game Battle Royale now? Or is it just me? From mountaintops to dungeons.
Is that Morgan Freeman's son?
To deeper space.
Don't know.
From solo quests to mass engagements, there is magic in PC gaming. Let's celebrate that magic together.
Oh, we're gonna see Cyberpunk?
It's the PC gaming show.
Maybe.
They might show us a little more. I don't know. I'm not sure if PC is their main market.
And now,
are you kidding me?
Sean Plott.
It might be. Wow, there's like 5 people in here.
Oh, hello to everyone online. Hello to everyone at the Will Turn. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show.
He's lost weight big time.
Yeah, he looks a lot better actually.
My name's Dana, and I'm your host today. I am delighted to be here. We have a fantastic show for you this afternoon. First, all of you came out to the Will Turn.
Look,
Thanks for
he's
joining us.
dressed as a
is
proper
a
presenter.
venue here
A
in Los
good
Angeles.
fitting
To all of
suit.
you online on Twitch,
Clean,
thanks for
crisp.
joining us. To those co-streaming partners,
he's a professional.
Hey, as well, I'm talking to you,
Is he?
Drop Frames. Great to have you here. And of course, to all the wonderful sponsors that help make the PC Gaming Show come back again for the 4th straight year. Now, good on you. Now, I'm not the only host here this year. I have my co-op partner up in the balcony. It's Frankie Ward joining us today. How's it going, Frankie?
Hey, Sean. I'm going to be up here in the balcony with a bunch of creative new PC games coming your way. From Warfare's latest update to some offbeat.
What's with the angle of your head there, lady?
Frankie,
I don't like her shirt.
are so excited
I don't like
for the show to get started. We
on
have
the
over
arms.
30 games we're going to be looking at across the
30
next
games?
90
Aesthetics.
minutes. So let's get it underway. Our very first title is from Coffee Stain Studios.
Okay,
Their game
cool.
has absolutely massive construction as well as
Coffee
automation.
Stain's good,
Let's
people.
take a look at Satisfactory.
What have they done?
Coffee Stain? They made a couple of top-down shooters, and they also made, I believe, the virtual reality like office simulator thing.
Oh, it works in?
Yeah. They made Sanctum, Goat Simulator, and Deep Rock Galactic. This is a Sanctum game, kind of looking like. With Deep Rock. Okay. Oh, is this a first-person fucking like factory builder like
Factorio?
Factorio?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, I'll fuck with that. I'll fuck with that.
Let's see, making. I can't tell that. It says chainsaws, but it looks like it's just for gathering. Okay. Co-op. Or at least multiplayer.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna write this down. What is this game called?
We don't know yet. This reminds me a lot of Astroneer. It's a very similar concept, but this is a lot more in depth about the whole automation part of it. I can get down with this.
Dude, you can drive trucks and shit. Oh,
make trains. All right.
Definitely got a Factorio feel.
What is it? What is the point though? To make money, like.
I'm assuming it's a lot like.
See, Factorio was like to stop aliens and stuff, right? So.
Yeah. Oh, maybe there will be some kind of
existential threat or something like that. Yeah. I haven't seen any like weapons yet, so.
No.
Okay, well, there's an alien, so that's something.
It seems. Oh damn! I could see this game. Oh yeah, all right. There was enemies there.
Oh yeah, there was. Yeah. Battle satisfactory. Okay.
All right. Looks incredibly promising.
Just take it to the website because it will be broken by now.
Is the game director.
I'm just hoping that it's done when they release it. I don't need like Factorio to be early access, and I have to keep coming back and playing the game again because they added 5 new things at the end game.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, Oscar, I just
are we gonna see They Are Billions? You reckon?
What is Satisfactory all about?
Satisfactory
I could see that like a major expansion pack.
Factories. So you play as an engineer that's been sent from Earth.
Or actually, is We Are Billions even out? It's still early access, isn't it?
Machine. We'll listen to that at the end of the trailer there.
Yeah.
And to build that, you need a whole ton of parts, which you need to build machines that will make them for you. So you'll start out pretty simple with a few machines, and then you'll just expand and expand and expand until you finally need to start cutting down trees and replace them with like more convenient concrete.
And for people who haven't played this type of game, can you give me an example of what producing a more advanced resource might look like?
Right. After a while, you'll need to create something more advanced, like a computer, for example. And at that point, you'll have some copper stuff set up, your wires and cables. But to make plastic, you need to get some oil. So you need to go out and you need to find this oil, build some oil pumps and oil refineries, and set up a transport with self-driving vehicles between the outpost and your factory.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that scale because there's a lot of games where you build a house.
Man, they're not even sitting down for this.
How much area are we talking about where all your factories will exist?
Dude.
Oh, this factory will grow enormous. The main part, which will probably be the biggest, will start spreading more and more and more. Or in some cases, we'll have players just building these massive, tall buildings with factory floor upon factory floor. But including the resources that you need to gather from basically all around the map.
Yeah.
So you'll have vehicles driving all over.
Now, I want to ask about the first-person perspective because these types of games typically are top-down. Why first-person?
These types of games is like 2.
To feel like the player is the one building the stuff.
Yeah.
And when you've built a bunch of stuff, you can see these enormous buildings, these structures towering above you. But also when you go out and explore, you'll be the one, like, you go through the underbrush and in the jungles and whatever.
I mean, in the trailer, it even looked like there's a lot more to explore, like different environments and biomes.
Yeah. The map is, we made a point to make it big and varied.
Yeah.
And it's about 30 square kilometers.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
And, one final question. I saw multiple engineers there. How does multiplayer work?
Oh,
this is why I like Day 9 interviewing, because he actually asks questions that you give a shit about.
Play with your friends.
He has. Look at those cards, dude.
Now tell us,
he has 30 of them
on this game.
I know, he's so many fucking cards.
Alpha planned in the coming months, so you can sign up for the alpha at satisfactorygame.com.
Yeah. Website's gonna crash.
Great, Oscar. Thanks for joining me on stage once again.
I'll just talk to Alex and see if he can just give me a call.
Oh man! I understand you have our very first indie title of the day.
We do indeed, Sean.
That's not an indie title?
Come
on.
We love about the
I guess Coffee
platform.
Stain's like Microsoft
it's such
now.
fertile ground for creative ideas from small teams. NeoCab is an emotional survival game set in the future about gig labor, tech disruption, and the experience of being a driver for hire.
NeoCab?
Perhaps the last of your kind. From the brand new indie studio Chance Agency, let's watch the first gameplay trailer for
Emotional
NeoCab.
survival. Huh?
You gotta use your emotions to survive.
Anger.
Lust. Greed.
I lost my way through this. Oh, I like the art.
This looks silly.
Oh god. Is this
This looks really weird.
This looks stupid.
Okay.
Why would you talk to people? I get into a cab, I don't say a fucking word, dude.
Really? I always say how's the weather.
And then they just go like, very good.
Yeah.
This is stupid. This reminds me a lot of Valhalla. Fuck.
I don't really like the art style neither.
It's 4 hours long. It's a survival game.
You have to build a cab, yeah?
Our next game, believe it or not, is in the Battle Royale genre. Of course, it's E3 2018, what do you expect? We have several Battle Royale games we're going to be talking about today because the Battle Royale format is very simple and very flexible. Players play in an ever-shrinking space until there's one last standing.
So here's a
all kinds
machine gun fire of all the games.
What this could possibly be. And our very first Battle Royale game that we'll be introducing today has up to 1,000 concurrent players. It's from Automaton Games. Let's look.
See, they always try to do this. They always feel like, oh, we're going to add more people.
Yeah, but you're
like,
never going to find
so
a game.
laggy.
Never going to find a game for that.
You're going to wait in queue for 3 hours to find a game, and you're going to die on drop because you didn't find a weapon.
I went to school, man.
It's like, yeah,
This looks cool.
Well, that was really weird.
We're gonna see scum. We're gonna see scum in here.
Wasn't he just actively shooting at someone?
Problem is they're all shooters, though, aren't they? I think I think they're all just gonna. I mean, it's a shame that people don't try other things.
Yeah.
That's what
AK-47 with my skin on it, bruh.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that's implying that it's in game or not, but maybe destructible building. That seemed possible.
This is just gonna be DayZ. That's. Everyone's just gonna have this AK, and the AK is gonna have different skins for every person who picks it up. I guarantee it. Fucking stupid fucking. He held that grenade way too long, dude.
Did he even hit him?
Did that grenade even go off? Did they forget about that?
Guy's like the greatest hip fire of all time.
Video games. I started that bushfire.
The only fucking battle royale game I'm looking at playing is from a AAA studio these days. I don't give a shit about the
Joining me on
indie
the
stuff.
stage to talk about Maverick's Proving Grounds is the CEO of Automaton Games. It's James
Even
Thompson.
if
How many
games?
First question you need to ask him, Sean, is how many people are in your company? 2.
James, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
It's about 12.
Now, I want to immediately ask, what about Maverick's Proving Grounds distinguishes itself from other battle royale games?
Nothing. Said it's a very popular formula. And
We're straight out of university.
Kind of game type is incredibly compelling by itself.
Look at him. He's fucking young.
He's about 12.
400 players before, and we're sort of super excited today to talk about.
I'm probably old enough to be his dad. Get a proper job.
Really it's about depth as well. It's about the
I mean, he is the CEO of a company.
Even a bigger sense of simulation.
Yeah, but CEO of him.
It's him and his 3 college buddies, man.
His 3 roommates, yeah. Hey, that's how Zuckerberg started.
Show us gameplay or get the fuck out of here.
With the depth of simulation, so the fact that together what you
It's gonna show a guy sitting in a bush for 20 minutes.
And we just wanted to announce, Sean, at the end of this, live right now is our Kickstarter.
Information in the environment for players to process.
So take a concrete example, right? So let's say a player's walking through the map.
You can play the game? Okay, that's different than what I was expecting.
But siege-style gameplay in houses.
Early access though, so expect bugs.
Oh man,
houses.
Much more of a dynamic environment.
This guy's Peter Parker from Spider-Man.
I want to ask about.
This is a really unfortunate angle, by the way. Like, just the sides of their faces the entire time.
Yeah, so it's not just that session-based gameplay. You enter the game through the capital, which is our sort of persistent social hub. So we draw from the MMO.
He hasn't looked at the crowd once. Have you noticed?
Because he can't.
He can't. He'll freeze up.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking no. It's not even freezing up. It's more like
something which makes a much richer MMO experience.
the fact that they're not sitting down. I guess it's so that they can fucking keep going through them.
Signing up for the closed beta, you can do that now at mavericks.gg/closed-beta. And actually, if you register this week, you'll get special in-game content for free from E3. Awesome. We have only 100,000 slots for the first group signing up, so that will give you some beta access. But I'm sure there are a lot more people than that on the stream, so click do that if you're interested.
Well, James, thanks so much for joining
Come on,
us
we got
once again.
more battle royals to go through.
.gg. Our very next game helps showcase the extraordinary power of modders. Frankie, tell us about it.
It does indeed, Sean. On PC, we don't just play what's given to us. We mod games to make our own experiences. And
if they bring out Brutal Doom, I'll be like, fuck yeah, dude.
The Forgotten City is the perfect example.
Okay, yeah, this is...
It's a standalone game that's a reimagining of a wildly successful mod. In fact, the first mod in history to win a National Writers Guild Award.
Yep.
For the first time ever.
I remember this
Here's
one.
gameplay from the Forgotten City.
God damn, I thought this was dead, dude. Holy fuck. So in case you don't know, I used to run ModDB with 2 other dudes back in the day. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. I thought it was dead. If they're gonna bring...
I'm so sorry you had to find me like this.
If they're gonna bring the worm monster back...
You'll suffer the same fate I did.
I'm gonna be happy.
I've spent a lifetime in this place. An ancient underground city. Its existence long forgotten. Searching for a way out. All I found is a window into the past. If even one person here commits a sin, everyone will die. I tried to set things right, but whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. It's all up to you now. Go back, investigate, talk to everyone, help them out if it'll win their trust. Bend the rules as far as you can. Figure out who's responsible for this. And maybe you can do what I never could. Save these people. Save yourself.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Alright, Daddy.
Coming up on the PC Gaming Show.
Not sure about that.
Killing Floor 2.
Yeah, okay.
And an unannounced game from Tripwire Interactive. And now your host, Sean Plott.
I need to talk to Dave about that. It's a diving game. I want it.
Like I love Killing Floor 2, but the last time I tried to play it, I literally sat in a queue for 30 minutes for any game, and I couldn't get one. Not a single game. kind of sad how low the population is now.
You should have played it back in the modding days, man.
Yeah, I did, and it was really great. I was hoping the second one would be more popular.
Now this is before the first one, man. When they had penises and boobs in the game.
Huh?
Is why we are here. Welcome to Star Control, a state-of-the-art international space agency.
Wait, did they had a Star Control which is like building a base building one or something? Am I thinking of the same game?
Brightest minds
I don't
and
know.
greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown.
Unless it's this game that you're thinking of.
Pioneer the future. Join today.
I think it is. Hang on.
Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive ship humanity has ever made, Captain.
I am Chief Viscosity Officer Wim
Okay, it is, yeah.
of the Tyrone. The Scribe have evidently received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves.
It's the one with Space Bears, I believe.
Space Bears.
Space Bears. Do you have space pants?
There was a race of Space Bears or some shit, if I remember correctly. I could be thinking of a different game though.
A new alien in a delightful new spaceship.
You must be humans. We've heard so much about you.
It's like this is not sort of targeted to us.
What do you mean? Stardock is interesting.
Just look, I mean, it just looks a younger audience.
StarDock, Patrick Shaw. Thanks for joining me on stage today, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
So now just tell us straight up, what is Star Control all about?
So Star Control is an open universe action RPG.
It's worth pointing out that these guys paid to be here. They're sponsors, just so you know.
Thousands of different unique planets, and you can land on each and every one of them. And when you're driving around the planets, you can jump over canyons, blast critters, and then you can venture out into the solar system and do ship-to-ship combat with hostile aliens.
And I want to ask, since I know that the story is a big part of this
No
game,
Man's
with it
Sky.
being an open world, how do you make sure
Nah,
that it
it's
still
more like a
stays
top.
as the focus
It's more like a
player?
fucking RTS
Yeah, so
thing.
we're really excited about the story that we prepared for Star Control. It's funny, it's creative, but also has some dark, sinister side to it. However, what we're very proud and very excited about is we have an infinite universe. That is, we are fully simulating the entire universe at all times. So even if you're on some podunk little moon in the corner of the universe, the aliens are still moving around the universe, doing their own thing, exploring and interacting with each other.
So it's not just like at a planet, there's the same town whenever you visit it. It depends on how the simulation has driven it forward.
Right, exactly. So this infinite universe is the glue that connects my story, my adventure, to the larger open galaxy.
That's awesome. Now, I know modding is going to be a big part of Star Control Origins. How does modding work?
So what's your favorite science fiction show?
Probably Firefly.
Yeah, so what would you think of making Firefly Season 2?
Shit, that's a lot of pressure, Patrick.
Well,
you're putting me on the spot on stage right now, yeah.
We have a week to do it, so. But anyways, in Star Control Origins, you can create your own ships, your own planets, your own galaxies. You can package up your adventures and share them with your friends online.
So someone else can take care of Firefly Season 2. That's up to you. Now, last thing I
So
want to
they're
ask
selling
about is how
an engine.
multiplayer works.
Right. So
That's what Stardock does, though, man. That's all they
have.
have
It
there.
turned out to be so popular in our early testing. They're like, we should make this a separate gameplay mode. So we did. We called it Fleet Battles. So you can create your own ships. You build them out of different pieces and parts. You attach different weapons and defenses, and then you go online to play them. You can either play local multiplayer, 2 people on the same machine, or online, ranked or online play.
Where can people go to pick up Star Control Origins?
Well, right now, Star Control Origins is available for pre-order on GOG and Steam.
Well, lovely. Guys, definitely be sure to head over to StarControlGame.com.
He said, what's the game's
name
again?
And GOG as well.
And one more thing. We are happy to announce at the PC Gamer Show that Star Control Origins is launching on September 20th, 2018.
Oh, we got a launch
Look for it on September 20th.
Yeah. Yeah. Things I don't care about.
Next game was PC Gamer's favorite.
Sorry about that.
From E3 last year. It is Hunt Showdown from
Oh,
Crytek.
Crytek's back.
Let's take a look at what's coming for Hunt Showdown.
I own this game, played it like a couple of times, enjoyed it, but I didn't see anything happening with it. So.
Oh yeah, I've seen people play this.
It's a good game. It's cool. Oh, throwing knives, hand crossbow. The game was good, man. I had a lot of fun with it. But it was kind of like weird in how it works, because like
It's like a.
It was like everyone had their own objective and stuff like that they didn't really have to do and all that shit. It was strange. It was a strange one.
Would it be like Tarkov, but obviously in a different setting?
No, it wasn't like Tarkov.
I believe there's 3 teams of 2, and they have each team has a goal that they have to do: kill a certain monster or.
No, everyone had the same thing. The weapon therapist, yes, that's it.
Anytime soon.
But yeah, no, everyone had the same goal, but like basically everyone was like in groups of 2 hunting the same thing.
Narrative game, but Hellfire, this new edition, what changes is that going to make?
Well, players really loved the single-player narrative, but they also
They
kept telling
did?
us the same thing.
Shit.
They said, we really want it multiplayer and we want it off rails. And we kind of thought that's a completely different game, but let's give it a shot. So we got a crack team together.
I don't know what they're talking
They
about.
put something really special. We got
Archangel
4 maps.
Hellfire?
We got 6 different mechs.
Something like that.
Tons of weapons.
Yeah, I heard him say mechs.
blast
I'm
through
interested.
The environment and other mechs alike. And it's really just
Did
an
you say
amazing
Macintosh?
experience. You can zip around in your mech. You can
Macintosh.
tower over others. It's just something special that I think you can try right now.
Is this coming out of early access? So you just said we can try it right now, but you've got the full version launching soon, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's coming out in July 17th. But you can try it right now if you want an early access. Help us iron out the kinks and break some mechs along the process.
All for the low cost of you paying us.
Guy, but as a heavy mech woman, I can't wait for you to be my
Heavy
light
mech.
wingman in that 2v2 PvP. So let's take a closer look at Archangel Hellfire.
Let's do it.
It's Battle Royale in mechs.
I think you're right.
Destructible maps? Dude, it's like fucking voxels.
Oh, is this is the VR one?
No, that was Hawkins, right?
I saw like the outline, ghost of hands from VR.
I'm not sure about that.
Looking forward to for quite some time. It's from the makers
God, they're
of
breakneck speed.
Homes, and it's a
I
delightful
think
look at
Hawken got
Lovecraftian
shut down. I
history.
think it's done.
It's called The Sinking City, and joining
Here's
me
The
to talk
Sinking
about
City.
it is the community manager at Frogwares, Sergey Oganessian. Welcome, Sergey. Thanks for joining me today.
He looks like the type of
Earn a
motherfucker
handshake.
that likes
Yeah, you nailed that pronunciation.
fucking
I love
Cthulhu.
that you lie to me so kindly.
It
You know,
is
I want to
VR.
ask right away, the Sinking City, there's a lot of open world, third-person type games. What makes the Sinking City different from what a player might expect?
Well, I mean,
I've heard of this. I don't know anything about it.
An investigation game inspired by Lovecraft, and we believe
It's a
that these
Lovecraft
3 elements already
investigation
make the
game.
game pretty unique. And when I say that you can be a detective in a supernatural world full of mystery and cosmic fear, like I really mean it, because investigations are really at the core of the Sinking City.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of games in the open world genre that are focused on action, but you say investigation is at the core. What are investigation mechanics? What does it look like?
So the first thing you should know right off the bat is that we are not going to offer any hand-holding for the player. We will not give you any clear objectives in your diary or markers on the map telling you where to go or what to do. It's
Yeah,
actually up
'cause
to you
fuck
to figure
pacing,
that
right?
out. Instead, we will give you information, hints, evidence, like clues, crime scenes to examine, like people to talk to, suspects to question. And we will ask you in return to use your wits and your intuition to, experiment with your findings, maybe like find a way how to progress. And what you should also know is that finding these clues will not only help you understand what's going on and, get a better understanding of the world and its people, but it will also help you maybe change the course of your investigation.
You mentioned the world itself, and I mean, the footage that I've seen through the years has just been absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about the world that we're in and what investigation is at the core.
So the game takes place in this fictional city of Oakmont in the state of Massachusetts. You know, the city which is flooded. There is a terrible disaster going on which has claimed like thousands of lives. And also, like, it seems like it awakened frightening monsters which now roam the streets of Oakmont. You know, people that live in the city, they are very different, like different social classes, gangs, cultists, poor people, rich people, but they are all united by fear. You know, they are all afraid, maybe except for the cultists, of course, they are all afraid that, you know, for their lives because of the flood, because of the monsters. And you know, we actually want to understand what's going on. We want to understand what lies behind this ostensibly supernatural flood. And what's even funny is that while everybody is afraid, nobody wants to leave. But this is kind of a different story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've talked a little bit about the story world and how it's inspired by Lovecraft. What about the game mechanics? You've mentioned the sanity mechanic in the past.
Indeed, we do have a sanity mechanic which directly impacts gameplay.
She had her mouth
sewn shut. He's under a lot of stress when he sees something supernatural, something disturbing, or even when he's making choices in the story which he's not comfortable with making, you know, he will begin to lose his sanity. He will start to have hallucinations, he will start to hear distorted sounds, which will allow the player to understand that something is actually going wrong. Maybe we need to, you know, step back and do something about that. As of right now, we're still fine-tuning this mechanic because we are still looking, you know, for this sweet spot between impact on the gameplay and impact on the story.
Since we're almost out of time, I still just have to ask, what are the sweet monsters that we're going to get to see in the game?
Oh, we have different kinds of monsters. We have different kinds of archetypes, you know, with different abilities. And, you know, we actually give you tools. The game is not about fighting monsters. Investigation is the core of the game. But we give you tools to defend yourself. So we give you weapons, we give you skills, we give you even certain, like, traps. In return, we ask you that you make a decision, because the game is about making a decision. Ammunition is scarce, and you will have to adjust your tactics accordingly.
So I know a lot of people have all sorts of questions about what the game is like. Where can they go to find out more information?
So if you're hungry for more, you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. This is where we post our updates regularly. Facebook, The Sinking City Game, YouTube, Frogwares. So go there, and like, this is definitely the place to go if you want to learn more.
Well, I'm super excited personally to see how it turns out. Thanks for joining me on stage, Sergey. The Sinking City. Now, our next game is a PC title that has only gotten better over the last few years, and I'm always excited to hear what they have in store. Frankie is up on the balcony with the developers of Warframe. Talk to me, Frankie.
Well, we all know the PC is home to some of the most devoted communities in gaming, and one of the best undoubtedly belongs to Warframe. Last year, the game got its first open-world update, Plains of Eidolon, and the next epic cinematic quest is called
Warframe.
Sacrifice. And we've got
it's grinding the booty robot game.
Yeah, it is. It's an absurdly grindy game. You have to like the grind to enjoy the game, but if you do, it is. I believe it's free to play. I would suggest giving it at least a try. Its community is very open and welcoming to new players. Probably one of the best. And the storyline is kind of interesting, actually. But to get through the storyline, you have to grind a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Megan Everett,
if you could just play the storyline straight through, I would recommend it, but you have to grind.
Sacrifice is the latest installment of our cinematic quest. It continues a story that we started in The Second Dream, continued with The War Within, and then Apostasy Prologue. So at the end of last year, we kind of shattered some hearts and left them with a bit of a plot twist, and I'm not going to spoil it for people who want to maybe catch up. But what I can say is that, obviously from the trailer that you saw, the wait for Umbra, the 3-year wait to the Umbra Warframe is finally over. The creepy guy at the end of the trailer there, Ballast, plays a pretty big role in this quest. And again, not going to spoil a lot, but I can say that it's coming this week on PC.
And you guys are actually currently waiting, well, as well as the update, you're working towards TennoCon right now.
Yes, so it's going to be another big year for us, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, let's take a look at last year's event to get an idea of what TennoCon is all about.
Why are they showing last year's event on this?
The mega reveal at Tenno Live is going to be. Can you tell me anything about this Umbra thing that's maybe going on or whatever?
I was talking. They're talking about this frame that everyone's waiting on.
God, they're very energetic about this.
It's a whole new direction for Warframe, and all this. You got all these other games coming out, but this one's free.
When's 2018?
I'm surprised you haven't tried it, Henley, since the fishing is such a big part of it.
I actually did try it. I just kind of was whatever, you know.
Given that the community knows you as Auntie Megan, oh God, it must be huge for you to be at TennoCon.
TennoCon is really special for really everyone that works at Digital Extremes. The developers pour their heart and soul into what we do for TennoCon, and I know for me it was literally like the best day of my entire career. I know Rebecca, our community director at home, was watching, but last year when we did the Plains of Eidolon, open world expansion reveal, Reb and I were actually doing that as a live demonstration in front of everyone, and we had practiced it for months, and it went as flawlessly as we could have ever hoped for. And we actually, as people were cheering, it's pitch black on stage. Reb and I look at each other and we just kind of fist pump and both started crying because we didn't crash the demonstration. So if you watch Tenno Live this year, if you're there, you can definitely probably count on some tears and some emotions because it's a really big day for us.
So basically, bring tissues, right?
Bring tissues for yourself, for me, for everyone involved, because there will be some tears probably.
But if you can't get to TennoCon because unfortunately it is sold out, how can you watch it online?
So on twitch.tv/Warframe, you can definitely check it out. And PC Gamer is also hosting as well on their Facebook and Twitter.
And you get free stuff by watching Twitch?
You do. So if you want to link your Warframe account to your Twitch account, and all you have to do is watch and you get some
Fantastic. So that's happening from July 7th, and you'll be able to watch TennoCon live through PC Gamer's Twitch
channel.
If
you're a Warframe fan, this is pretty exciting. But for everyone else who's not really into Warframe, it's kind of...
I mean, they got to get their money's worth, right? So. This is just a giant advertisement, this thing. So.
Sega. They've become a prolific publisher of Japanese
Sega
games
Racing?
known for their fully featured ports, especially beloved by this guy on the left.
Yakuza?
Sega's bringing shining resonance both to PC and console the same day, and Shenmue is going to be coming later this year. They have all sorts of games coming
They
up.
kickstarted it, didn't they, a few years ago?
But that was a Sony joint that they did. Wait, what are we... Oh god.
Bayonetta. It looks like pop.
I love Valkyrie Chronicles, man. It was so good.
That's a great game.
They're releasing the fourth one, but then I looked up I was like, wait, the fourth one? Apparently they released the second and the third one on a fucking handheld. I was like, oh god.
Dude, that game really took me by surprise at how much I enjoyed it.
Shenmue is no Yakuza, you know what I'm saying?
No, I was still talking about Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh, Valkyria, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've played Shenmue. I might have years ago, but I don't really
I've never played it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even though I own a Dreamcast, I never played Shenmue.
Dude, they're bringing the Yakuza ports to the PC? Holy fuck sticks, dude. That is so good! Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2. Yakuza is fucking amazing, dude. Wait, which one is this? Is this the fourth one? Or the second one?
I don't know.
Oh, it might be the second one because it still has what's-her-face in it.
Yeah.
Rosie, I think her name was.
4.
No, 4. Okay, yeah. Wait, okay, that one there is Yakuza 0. Dude, what the fuck, man? Now I regret buying them on PS4. Fuck. Yakuza is so good. You need to fucking play Yakuza, guys. Like, straight up. Best game I've played in a very long time. Except for the driving sequences, they can fuck right off.
The actual driving sequences, or the one that he was
in the car
shooting on the arcade? Okay.
Dude, Yakuza 0 and Kiwami coming out.
Yakuza 0 is available for pre-order right now and will be releasing on Steam in early August. We hope you've been enjoying the show thus far.
Dude, nice.
So much more great stuff to come.
Fuck
Let's
yes.
see what's coming up.
That is so good. Oh my god. Sega. Fucking holy shit, dude.
PC Gaming Show.
He's out of nowhere.
The publisher reveals 3 new games. And the first ever gameplay footage of Overkill's The Walking Dead. And now your host, Sean Plott.
By Overkill, eh?
Overkill, The Walking Dead is supposed to be fucking dope, dude.
Our next guest is a regular here at the PC Gaming Show, having attended all 4 years. Frankie's with him up in the balcony. It's Tripwire.
Sean, if you are anything like
Who is
me,
it,
you
David?
probably
Is it
need
David?
to let off steam every once in a while. And I personally can't think of a better way to do it than by kicking
It's
back and
David.
tearing up a load of monstrous enemies. It's kind of either that or pushing the office photocopier out of the window, and I, for one, prefer the option that keeps me and everyone here in a job. With that in mind, I am thrilled
You don't have a
to
job,
welcome
you don't have a
Bill Monk
photocopier?
from Killing Floor 2 back to E3.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Got a lot
Let's-
of fans in the
okay.
audience
Oh, yeah,
still.
yeah.
Listen to that applause.
Yep.
They all want to know what the latest from Tripwire and Killing Floor 2 is.
Yep, we've been really busy working on Killing Floor, and we got 4 major updates that are coming out this year. The first one we dropped in March, and we're getting ready to drop the next one.
Wait, they dropped another one in
Coming
March?
tomorrow, Bill. What's involved?
Yeah, so we're bringing the summer sideshow back, but this time we're mixing circus freaks
fucking
with
doing the
steampunk in a really
sideshow
fun, exciting
shit.
way. And we have a really cool new system that we're adding.
It
It's called
doesn't
the
do
weapon upgrade system.
it doesn't do anything.
And with
You just
this,
reskin the
there's
monsters.
73 different weapons that we have in our game, and each one you can upgrade it and make it viable for late play. So it really adds a lot of
I mean,
creativity to
I
your
think I'm
loadout.
Killing
So
Floor
I'm
2,
really
but I've
excited
not
to get that
played
in
it.
people's hands.
So you can make your boy guns big.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much
Boy
for
gun.
joining us today.
Go ahead,
Bill.
quick Dan and
Let's
his boy
take
gun.
a look at the trailer for Treacherous Skies Summer Sideshow.
Okay, what is this?
It's probably a new map. You said something about upgrading guns, which might pique my interest.
Alex made a fucking killing selling that game to these guys.
No, no.
He makes he gets like a DLC kickback every time. So he makes some money, dude.
Oh, they're new.
Welcome aboard the HMS Queen Victoria, ladies and gents. Ringleader Lockhart speaking to you from, well, someplace very safe, yes. You helped me escape that fray at my beloved Steamland, but now I need your help once again. I've got to get to my island in the channel. Now, listen up. I don't know how, but these blasted circus freaks followed us on board. I think it's time to put on a show. Yes, of daring deeds and horrendous bloodshed.
I'm so over Killing Floor though, by the way.
Mechanical children have turned against me. Blasted traitors. Careful, lads. They're tough. Even removing their
Just seems weird.
It's the same game that it's always been.
But take heart, lads and lasses. I have invented some new toys. The Doom
But I thought we were set in the modern... Sorry, I'm just confused by the steampunk bits.
It's just a fucking event stuff.
Oh, I love that in the first one.
There's a last-minute addition to the crew.
Watch this woman go.
Seems Mrs. Foster negotiated her way on board and is set on giving Zed
be angry.
the business. And remember, we'll see you on the airship.
Is that they?
Fossey, joke for you. Optician says my eyes are okay. I say, then how do you explain my husband?
Now, as is tradition, the content that you just saw will be available tomorrow, including a free weekend for PC this weekend.
Did you see that? Did you see the tumbleweed just bounce behind them there? Did you catch that?
President Tripwire himself, John Gibson, on stage. John, welcome back again.
Thanks, Sean. Pleasure to be here.
Now, I understand that Tripwire is stepping into also doing publishing. What does that entail?
That's right. So, Sean, it's really challenging for developers right now with the thousands of games that are coming out every year.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get noticed. And then you have the traditional publishing deals. So we're giving
Road Rage.
developers fair deals. We're going to
Love
be
me some Road
helping
Rage.
them rise above that noise so they can get noticed.
Wait, is this that
And
same shitty Road
because
Rage
of our
game that came
experience
out a while
developing
back?
our own games and publishing our own games,
don't
we're going to
know.
help them with marketing, funding, mentoring, feedback to help them succeed.
Yeah, I mean, the game that we have on screen is one of those games. This is Road Redemption.
Yeah, that's the same
I'm
game.
happy to announce that we're going to be publishing
looks a lot
Road
better, though.
Redemption. We're going to be helping them grow and succeed even more on Steam, but also bring the franchise beyond Steam.
Now, I know today
Switch.
you have a world-exclusive new game, hasn't been announced
We
yet.
do. Nobody knows.
Before we roll the trailer, I was wondering if you could give me a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, so we're working with the team at Blindside Games.
Okay, Blindside.
And they're led by Alex Quick.
Oh, yeah, right.
So if you're familiar with the Killing Floor universe, you know Alex Quick was the modder that created the original Killing Floor mod, which
God damn
Tripwire
it.
worked with Alex to bring commercial.
Fucking Alex.
And then Alex went off, assembled his own team, made the game Depth, which was sharks and humans fighting each other, very, very successful. But now it's come full
The
circle.
guy I went shark
We're working
diving
Alex
with
again.
was Alex
We're
Quick,
gonna bring
and that's why he
the
made
game
Depth.
Well, let's take a look at it right now. World exclusive new
Oh,
upcoming
fuck
game
me.
from Tripwire.
Okay.
What he made this time?
This will be his shark eating diver game, I bet you. It's the same mechanic, but it's like you basically are a shark and you have to evolve by eating divers and stuff like that.
And imagine a place.
Oh, I think you're
where the
right.
sun is bright.
No, I've played this game
Beaches
before.
are white.
Ah.
I did some voiceovers for this game too.
Yeah.
Is as warm as
Are we
the
going to hear
weather.
you in it? Are you going to be opinionated about this?
Feel the wind in your sails.
Look, man,
Opinionated.
And relax.
I have my
Enjoy
thing,
the local
okay?
cuisine. Your
I have
dream
my thing.
vacation is waiting for you here.
So you evolve a shark basically by eating people and all that sort of stuff. So I spoiled it for you. So it's cool.
Oh, you just tail smacked into the water. Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, eating gators and people.
Yeah, no, you eat everything.
sharks.
Yep.
Go to maneatergame.com now to book your vacation. Operators are standing by.
No, I just do screaming.
Huh.
I just did some screaming. That's fine.
So hey, John, so you get to play as the shark. You are the shark. This is an open world action RPG where you play as a shark, or as we like to call it, a shark PG.
I'm surprised that
Shark
he.
PG.
I'm surprised that he worked with Tripwire
Do you
again.
like
Honestly,
upgrade
but
and improve the shark? Is there like skill trees? You do. There is a shark skill tree. Really? There is a full single-player campaign. You eat your way through it. You get bigger teeth. You can jump out of the water and snatch people off piers and all of that fun stuff.
I didn't realize this
is Alex on the line right now? He must be.
Can you get into a tornado and become a sharknado?
I really hope so.
They can go to maneatergame.com.
I'll pay $10 for
All
Sharknado
right.
DLC.
Doubt anyone will forget that here. That's maneatergame.com. John, thanks so much for joining me on stage. And once again,
pleasure.
all the content that Tripwire showcased earlier about Killing Floor 2 and Road Redemption will be playable here at E3. Definitely be sure to check it out. Coming up next, Frankie has a whole slew of unannounced games. Frankie.
Cheers, Sean. Man-eater
A
looking
slew.
tasty there. And I can't believe
Oh,
they named the
please.
game after my favourite weekend activity.
Oh, Jesus. Please.
Wow.
PC Gaming, and next
Fucking
up,
hell.
a new publisher revealing 3 games for the very first time.
Who made her
releasing
say
one of
that?
them. Behave yourselves, audience, today. So
she
let's
said
take
it
a look.
herself. Boys,
Oh,
don't hit on me,
Jesus.
boys. Oops, sorry. Don't mind me, I'm just sending a quick message real quick. Oh, you saw Ronan in the background? Yeah.
Was that it? Or was there more?
Yeah,
I know.
it's probably more.
Some kind of 2D, 3D fighting game.
Where is this like a rock, paper, scissors game? Yeah, it looks like a rock, paper, scissors game. This is... What is this? Zombie survival farming game?
Turn up? For what? Oh. Oh. interesting. That showed just enough to get me interested.
Morningstar? This is fucking... What is this, like a Mega Man game?
No, I'm not going to go there. I was going to say this looks like Lemmings, but a shoot 'em up version of Lemmings.
This looks like that that fucking roguelike they released a while back that was like really downscaled. Risk of Rain kind of looks like that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
It's on
All
itch.
these games
That's how big it. That's how
look
small that is.
must
It's on itch.
And Overwhelmed, the final game of the bunch, is available on Steam right now with a special launch discount. So make sure you check that out after the show. And if you're at E3 this week, head over to the PC Gamer corner of the Facebook booth inside the South Hall to give Overwhelmed a try. Right. Next up, it's time for us all to take a holiday, and where better than a virtual resort with some truly spectacular wildlife. Back again this year, our friends of the show, Frontier Developments, with a unique take on the park management genre. I am, of course, talking about Jurassic World Evolution.
That comes out tomorrow.
The long-awaited game is out tomorrow and lets you build your own dinosaur-stuffed tourist trap.
There has been
wrong?
like no marketing for this game at all. Like I heard about this game.
You don't know about this game?
So this I heard about it on accident, and I have it pre-ordered already. But like on this front page of Steam, on Twitter, on like nothing, no one is talking about it at all. And it confuses me because it seems like it's such a huge production. Why is there no money in the marketing or something? I don't know. I can't say I understand the business end, but I do understand that I hadn't heard about this. Besides the fact that I already knew about it.
Deceived by the illusion of it. But we never really possess it. Because if there's anything that chaos theory has taught us...
Is that the same voice as what's his...
It's
Jeff Goldblum. Is it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He did a teaser. He's your AI assistant in this game.
Wow, that's cool.
And I read there was a short interview of him selling the game. And he says, I give this game a 10 out of 10 gold blooms, which is the most gold blooms I can give.
Wow. I like that, you know, like part of the problem that you have to deal with in this game is like sorting out like when things go wrong.
However, what I would predict.
What up, Ronan?
What up, bub? First-person farming game set in a post-cyberpunk world where computers are your soil and software is your seeds.
For that game.
Oh,
Our next title is from Insomniac, who've been making amazing games for years, and they're going to try to take their expertise and answer the question: how do you make an open-world game in VR? Let's take a look at their upcoming game, Stormland.
Jesus. Oh, this one actually did look kind of interesting. It's not going to make me buy a VR system, but like the only game that's going to do that is that Final Fantasy fishing game.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is this in-game engine, or is this all CG, is this all like cutscene type stuff? Well, that might be.
I thought they showed this yesterday.
Did they? When did they show it? Yeah. Like in the Twitch thing?
When was this one? I think this was during the EA's. It was early on.
He's a pouty boy. He wants to say hello. Oh, you smell like smoked ham, Ronan. You've been eating your bone again. This looks cool. I'd never buy a VR though.
No, and it gets more enticing as the trailer goes.
Ooh, climbing? Okay. What the fuck? Is that part of the game, or is that like something to do with the video?
That was the video.
Okay, I was about to say, holy shit. Okay, alright. The AI is gonna be stupid as fuck though for this to work.
Oh yeah.
Ready? High five.
Right here, it makes me question: are those AI controlled or those other players?
Other players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It wouldn't make, like you said, it wouldn't make me interested in buying a VR unit.
Yeah.
Oh, is it going to be only Oculus Rift then? If it says Oculus Studio. So if you had the other head, is it a Vive? Is that the other headset? There's probably a few of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple. I imagine you'd be able to do all that stuff.
Stormland is the Chief Creative Officer at Insomniac Games. Join me in welcoming Chad Desert. Hey, Chad, welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
I want to start right away and ask, what is this game all about?
Well, in Stormland, you play as an android gardener, and an entity called the Tempest uproots your habitat and shatters your android body. So you've got to travel to a civilization above the Thunderheads to repair yourself and save your friends.
And I want to ask what open world means in VR.
Well, for us, it's about giving the player the ability to explore the world freely with a set of android movement abilities that are designed to give you complete agency.
Yeah, because that's always a huge question I have is how does motion work in any VR title?
Yeah, well, in Stormland, you can do things like fly just above the slipstream with your outstretched android hands.
Yeah.
You can shoot a laser into the cloud surface and then make a ramp, kick off of that, climb up a cliffside, like literally launching yourself with your synthetic android strength, and then like push off and glide back down using your hands to control your descent.
It's massive freedom of movement, yeah.
That's it.
God.
It's the set of mechanics that are designed together to work
Borderlands
fluidly,
loot boxes.
so that movement feels exhilarating,
Mm-hmm.
and you can kind of take the world at your own pace with it.
I'm curious why VR for this type of title?
There are a series of things that we're doing with Stormland that we could only do in VR. It's about the expressiveness of having tracked head and hands and how we use that for combat, how we use it for movement. Even things
Eventually
like
we'll get
scavenging technology
the holodeck.
to attach it to your body. Like you look down, you get a new piece of tech, and you attach it right into your arm, and then suddenly you've got the ability to harness electricity or cloak yourself, or all kinds of different cool android abilities.
I mean, the art is just beautiful in the footage that we've seen. I wonder if you can talk to me a little bit about the world and what it means for it to be ever-changing.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So that entity called the Tempest rearranges everything every single week, so that we present the player with new playgrounds of movement and combat and scavenging, and you never know what you're going to discover. So every single island you find has the potential to hide an enemy stronghold or a network of underground caverns or brand new tech discovery.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask, where can we go for more information?
Well, you can stay tuned by watching the Facebook and Twitter with at Stormland VR, or you can check us out at insomniac.games.
I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me, Chad. Once again, oculus.com/Stormland for more information. Frankie's up in the balcony with our next absolutely gorgeous-looking indie title.
It really is, Sean, because next up we've got a first look at a new game from publisher Raw Fury, a neo-noir detective drama featuring a Paris cabbie who finds himself drawn into a world of crime. Sacre Roddy Bleu. Yes, I speak French.
Wait.
I can't wait for this one, so let's take a ride.
Is this the same game as they showed before, or is this like a different thing now?
Well, have they shown this game before?
Yeah, they had a cab crime drama thing before. Is this a different thing?
No, this is a different thing.
How many? What are the fucking odds? Oh, I like the aesthetic. This kind of reminds me of Saboteur. Like the black and white thing.
Looks good. Well, who knows? I like the art style. But it does look the same as that.
That's what I'm saying. What are the odds that there's two fucking games that are identical like that?
Well, I think on the what's the other one called, like Neil Cab or something like that. I think that one was more you're the suspect.
Oh, okay.
And this one you're investigating, which I don't understand why if you're a cab driver why you're investigating crime.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you like that last game, you'll definitely love.
Because you're fucking Corbin Dallas from Fifth Element, man.
Game with an incredible art style. Let's take a look.
My reason to care fell through my cab window. This is that sand thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this one with like a really kind of crazy art to it.
It's called cell shading. It's because we didn't want to fucking do anything with it. Now this does look good, but I reckon you'd get bored of this aesthetic like pretty quickly, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Right here, the freaking big ass bold line. It weirds me and intrigues me at the same time.
What if it's just a sock that flies behind it?
Yeah. How you getting those aircraft?
Wind sock, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can't unsee it, can you?
Nope. It's a giant ass wind sock.
I'm a cab driver and a PI. Yeah, I can see it.
I mean, I don't know. I understand. Is it shell shaded? Is that? I don't. I mean, shells. I don't know. I prefer brighter games, I guess. It's a bit green, grey.
Saber. Joining me to talk about Sable is pretty much the entire core development.
We have the CEO and the COO.
And Greg Otis. I want to immediately ask you, what kind of game is Sable? What can we expect?
This shirt says Japanese breakfast.
Desert exploration game.
I'll eat that.
It's not a game about combat or about leveling up. It's a game about solitude and it's
that's
about
better.
Exploration. You play as Sable, a girl leaving her home to explore this world filled with monumental architecture.
Oh, I hate the running cycle in this thing. Just add like 4 more frames to it, dude.
Yeah, the walking's fine, but the running is just like...
The walk cycle has more frames than the running cycle.
I think this art style is amazing. Where's the origins of this?
So we were really
No, if you're going to be running your work, no. Oh, no.
French and Belgian comics, as well as Japanese animation, particularly Studio Ghibli. So we really want to feel our players to feel the same sense of
bullshit. You just fucking put on a filter one day in Unity and you're like, oh, this looks kind of cool.
The visual style.
Yeah.
And so we put a lot of
jump,
time
bitch. Yeah. Oh, the fuck. That's Super Ball.
And yeah, we're really pleased to be able to show it to everyone.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that you two consist of most of the core development, the art and the programming. What about the music that was in that trailer?
Guess who just got a key from Manhunter?
T-shirt. Yes, of course.
Yeah, right. So she,
this fucking guy.
She is doing the soundtrack for the game. Japanese Breakfast is one of my favorite bands right now. It's incredible to have
it's a band.
So beautifully in the trailer, and I know that you guys are really regular about updating, blogs, sharing what's going on with the development. Where do people go to find more?
So they can go to our Twitter account, ShedWorksReg and ShedWorksDan, or to sablegame.com.
Lovely, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining me.
Shy
Once again, the name
CEO.
of the game is Sable. Our next title is one that has been in development, even showing up in our very first PC gaming show. It's Cloud Imperium Games still hard at work on their title, Star Citizen. Let's see what they have in store.
I've got about as much interest in Star Citizen as a fish has got breathing air.
Yo, $27,000. But
For all
first
the
you need to
DLC.
pay $1,000 to get the right to purchase it.
Yeah.
All footage captured in-engine, in case you were wondering.
Okay.
The
Where
engine,
all your money's
but the
going.
engine doesn't exist yet, so freaking, you know.
Well, because Elite Dangerous was about the same time, wasn't it? I think the Kickstarter and this was roughly the same time. And Elite Dangerous was done in, I don't know.
God, I would love it when this game comes out that the only people who feel obligated to play it are the ones who purchased it. But like, even like, here's the thing: you're getting to this point now where you spend so much money on this game before it's even come out that you by default have to like it. You know what I mean? It's like when you buy a car, you make excuses, you know? Or when you're a kid, when you had the Nintendo over the Sony, you make excuses. You know, like it's gonna be that.
Yeah, this game, I believe I kickstarted this and Elite Dangerous for like $100 each.
Yeah, I got this. I got the $60 plane for this game, thinking that it would come out like in 2 years' time.
Yeah, and it's still not even.
Buyer's remorse, big time.
How long has it been in?
Like 10 years.
Yeah.
No.
I was in Australia when this Kickstarter came out. I haven't been to Australia in almost a decade, dude.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
And this game is like,
Your universe
should
is
be
waiting.
fun. It should be fun, and it's just like not yet.
All new gameplay footage of Just Cause 4.
Okay.
A closer look at The Walking Dead, the final season. All new gameplay footage of Hitman.
Oh, Hitman, nice, fucking good.
Oh, Hitman is what? Yeah, I'm definitely interested in Hitman. It's season 2, I think, isn't it? Technically.
No, it's not season. It's just Hitman 2 because it's a new publisher and they're not doing the
Is the senior brand manager from
the episode
stuff. Yeah, they don't do that.
But I think it's finishing off, though. Is it not? I hope it is.
What do you mean?
Well, right now we're developing.
So season 1 left on a cliffhanger.
We want to take the experience to
I'm
the next
sure it's
level.
like a
To help
continuous
with that, one of our new
thing.
products is
So.
the Predator X27. It's an incredible gaming display. For instance, it's 4K and 120 hertz refresh. The users can overclock to 144. But
Why Mass Effect? Why Far Cry? That's hardly fucking like.
HDR.
You know, I hear a lot about HDR. Can
There
you
you
explain
go.
a little?
Can I
more
fish
detail
from that
what that
that
is,
thing?
What that means?
Well, there's a quite a bit that goes
The
into
flying
it, but
car.
for the purpose of this
Fish,
conversation, the
someone's
fact
fish
that there are
towel.
384 individual backlit zones, so the backlighting can be individually controlled, really bright.
This is what I want in my
dark. It
PC
makes
gaming
a better
show.
contrast on
Fucking
screen.
numbers.
Each of them are individually controlled. The brightness
Yeah.
of the screen is far above a typical display.
Are they a
Typically, you're looking
sponsor?
at 300 to 400 nits.
Yeah. This is
We're
a
looking at
Zeus, right? Or
600 with the
something.
Predator X27
Yeah.
with a max of 1,000 nits.
And you know, some of the titles that were showcased just now, there's a wide variety of some photorealistic, some with a
The new
really
Hitman
iconic
game
art
has
style.
fucking
How does
Sean
HDR
Bean as the
contribute
announcer,
to that
dude.
big range
I hope you get to
of
kill
scene?
Sean Bean in the game. Like, they would have to have it. Like, they can't not have that.
Why?
Because
He
Sean
doesn't
Bean
die.
dies in everything, dude.
No, he doesn't.
Of the art director.
Yeah, and some of the games that you
does.
see on screen that
He doesn't.
support HDR, Mass Effect.
Name
and
one decent movie where he hasn't died.
You don't see
Movie?
them in HDR right now unless you have
Well, you didn't. You said everything. You didn't mention movies.
He died in the Civilization 5 trailer.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't die in Sharp.
I've never heard of that, so it's garbage.
Well, I mean, we
What?
cover
You've never
the
seen Sharp?
gamut
You need to watch
from,
Sharp.
Very simple and to the point to high performance.
Yeah, but you haven't
esports
played Beyond Good and Evil
products
too,
or
so.
multi-view surround,
So?
multi-display products.
Exactly.
But we also go really crazy sometimes. We decide. We put our engineers to the test. What can you do if you have no limit? So one of the projects we've worked on is something
Everything.
called the Predator 21.
Yeah.
This is a
What can you do if you have no limit? Well,
21-inch
literally
screens,
fucking anything.
laptop
That's what
with
it
a
means when you
mechanical
don't have a
keyboard
limit.
and two graphics cards. Science.
Science.
We did science.
But you know what? To be serious, not just a joke, we actually have to ship this with a Pelican case to protect the laptop, and it sells for $9,000. And
Why?
we sold every single unit we
9,000?
could make. So we cover
Dude,
every
that costs
spectrum
more
of
than my
gaming.
fucking stupid PC, and my PC's stupid as fuck.
That almost costs as much as my fucking car. Almost, like, freaking 80%.
And in 4 years' time, it'll be obsolete.
Our customers,
Yeah.
partners are selling
Good
them.
camera.
The bad news is a few have already sold out of this new Predator X27 monitor. I believe Micro Center is still in stock. Amazon will be in stock again soon.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on
Hey,
stage.
it's spending
If they sell,
$9,000 on a TV, on a
if they
fucking
sell,
monitor.
if they sell one of them because of this show, then
The PC has
they've done
always
well.
been the platform for crazy ideas. In our next game,
I mean, there is
Genesis
no other
Alpha 1,
platform
you build
for
and
it, so.
manage a space vessel, farm resources, deal with terrifying
Yeah, all you can do is what,
infestations,
like,
and
pull an
explore
ad out in
a
PC
vast,
Gamer.
randomly generated universe. Oh, and you can take DNA from the aliens you encounter across the galaxy, splice them with members of your crew to create new life forms. Just a typical day at the office.
Okay,
Let's take a look.
this intrigues me now.
No Man's Sky.
Commander, you have been sent to Quadrant Alpha 1.
Oh god, it's fucking. This is an Unreal game. You can tell because it looks like Vaseline-covered bullshit.
Expand your ship and explore the galaxy for resources and interesting new life forms.
I'm just curious about murdering aliens and making my crewmates freaking abominable hybrids.
Alien abilities to maximize crew efficiency.
Remind me not to
Yes.
go in a spaceship with you, yeah? Just remind me.
Well, as long as I'm not in charge. Fucking yes. Wow, what the fuck are all these little bastards? Show me some big shit you gotta murder. Oh, alien infestation, nice.
Is this Orcs Must Die, but for space?
Oh wait, I think I have a key for this or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know.
Didn't catch
It
the
kind of
previous
looks.
quiz.
look
You
at it.
might be wondering who my buddy is. Well, this, ladies
duck.
and gentlemen, is Webster from Drake's Cakes, one of the PC gaming show's sponsors this year. And he's
Do you
got
see
a
that little
cool
lump next to
competition
where
for you.
her like
The Drake's Cakes
thing
Pack
is?
giveaway.
Yeah.
What's that? What's the deal with that?
Is a gathering of
think it'll be a
games,
button
tabletop games,
from the shirt.
concerts, panels,
Mm.
exhibits, and
Unfortunate.
tournaments. It's like a 4-day LAN party, festival, workshop, and concert rolled into one. The very lucky winner will enjoy a trip to PAX West, including 2 tickets and a free trip to Seattle. I'm dying. So that's you. Hit me up.
Please
on
get
those
me out of
things.
here.
Now, if the head came off and Sean was under there, I'd be like, okay,
And by entering, guys, you will
That'd be
get a
great.
discount
Put
code
me
to
back
get
in.
your hands on some delicious Drake's Cakes available on Amazon. And if
Amazon.
you're at E3 itself, don't forget you can meet Webster in person at the
I
E3
don't fucking want to meet
Conference
Webster in
Walkway,
person.
where he'll be giving away Drake's swag and tasty treats all week. So
Freaking-
if you see
Yo,
him,
eat my
come on
pocket
my
cakes,
behalf. I'll take
motherfucker.
them now. Thank you very much,
I'll eat his
Webster.
free cake.
So, if you have ever dreamt of spending a weekend knee-deep in one of
I could
Earth's
trust the
best
duck to make a
gaming
cake, right?
festivals, visit pcgamer.com/Drakes Cakes and enter
I'm
now
curious.
for a
I want
chance
to know the
win and
storyline
hang out with
behind
Webster.
the duck. How did
Alright,
the
Webster,
cake
all
company
this hosting has
give
got
the
me a
duck
bit peckish.
as its mascot?
How about
Perhaps he uses duck eggs instead of like chicken eggs.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Hamlet.
Drake is a male duck? I didn't know that. Okay then.
Ooh, more Don't Starve, huh? Man, this is the game that won't die, for real.
No.
Like, make another fucking like ninja game, Mark of the Ninja game.
Oh, that game was so fucking good.
Wasn't it?
That was another game that just caught me by surprise. I didn't expect it and just freaking
It's
blew
fucking.
me out of the water.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
You're getting mugged. Nice.
You're getting fucking ganked in fucking Britannia.
Yeah.
I'll never actually play this game long enough to care for it.
It's so hard. It's such a high learning curve.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it probably doesn't take very much for them to make this game either.
Our next title is the next installment in a
it's the
series
exact
that
same
never fails
art
to make
style,
me laugh.
same
It's
engine.
Just Cause 4, and they have a brand new engine to bring the level of delicious insanity one notch up. Let's take a look at what the Apex engine in Just Cause 4 can really do.
Man, if they fucking highlight this tornado again, I'm just gonna be like, dude, is that what the selling point of this game is? Is this fucking tornado? Like, give me more story. Give me some plot or something. Yep, there it is right there. Couldn't get away from it.
Unrivaled draw distance.
Yeah, but it's literally nothing. There's nothing in there.
Yeah. It's like, look, these mountains are way off. It's like, all right, that's fucking cool.
See, they're tailoring this. They're tailoring this to the fucking PC crowd because look at this. It's just like HDR. Like, why would you want to? Like, what would you do in this game? The third one was actually really boring for me because it was literally just a sandbox. Like.
Well, I got I had the first one, but I got rid of it. Like, I got it on
Just
Xbox
Cause
360 when it came out.
Just Cause 2 was literally the fucking bee's knees. That game was so good. Just Cause 3 was like, what if we just fucking made everything a sandbox and just let the players do whatever? Yeah.
Joining me.
I never really got into Just Cause because I think at the time I was playing Mercenaries. The first one, obviously. That game was just so fun. I remember at the time, it was just so fun. And then they came out with the second one, and it's like, why? You ruined literally everything that was fun about this game.
Mercenaries 2?
Yeah.
But boy, it actually works.
They're really proud of this tornado.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They keep fucking.
It's not just like a background piece. It's actually impacting the world before you.
This is Just Cause, man. You go there and you play with it. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That whole thing is just like,
what if you could play with a fucking It seems to be a lot of different environments that are available throughout. Can you talk to me about those?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important things to us with this
I'll wait till they
installment
come out with the Twister mod for this game so I can roleplay my favorite movie.
Certainly the biomes of the game. So instead of one kind of region of, like, say, southern Italy, like we had last time, now you have lush rainforests, deserts, grassland, and even alpine biomes, all of which, you know, are rendered beautifully with the new Apex engine.
Now, something that's very important to me is some of my favorite features from Just Cause 3. Can you talk to me about, like, the wingsuit and the grappling hooks? Like, are those coming back in Just Cause 4?
Obviously, we just saw
everything.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
We literally just saw it in the game, D9. Come on.
I'm just going down the questions, bro. Don't worry about it. I haven't actually seen it myself, so.
I don't play any games. I work too much. Always flying to conventions.
We've got extreme weather
Streaming
that
StarCraft.
with grappling hook and parachute.
The wind.
I will talk shit about Mercenaries too.
Basic wind effects also get incorporated.
That game was
Again,
trash.
Just Cause, so nothing, just an effect. So if there is wind, it's physics and acts with your parachute, grappling hook.
So
and the rest, yeah.
Well, where can people go to get some, we'll call it first-hand footage of what Just Cause 4 can deliver?
They can check it out at justcause.com/E3 and for 3 days.
That's right. Believe it or not, E3 hasn't started yet. Starts tomorrow. So June 12th through 14th, you can check it out. Thanks so much for joining us on stage. I look forward to the hilarity of Just Cause 4. Now, our next title is one of my all-time favorite IPs. I can't wait for Frankie to talk to you about The Walking Dead.
Here we go. This is what I want to see.
Overkill Software and Starbreeze are the creators of Payday and Payday 2. Therefore, it goes without saying that these studios are some of the most talented makers of cooperative shooters. And their next one is set in a familiar but new apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Here's the first gameplay footage for Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Yes.
And keep your eyes peeled for the release date at the end.
The release date at the end. Right now.
Oh, shit. We're gonna crash Steam.
I had a friend who worked at Overkill for a bit. He made a couple of maps in Payday. And then he quit to make his own thing again. He made Cry of Fear.
Doctors and teachers,
Oh, I've heard of that.
writers and architects. But when the world ended, all that ended too.
I'm real. That's what I fucking say. It's like Left 4 Dead. It looks like fucking Bill.
Every day we fight for more than survival. We fight to.
Whoa, holy shit. It's like, and like you're actually like fighting other people as well. Okay, that's a new thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, man. Screwdriver to the back of the brain.
I think it was an ice pick. But still, it's the same fucking end, apparently.
This looks kind of robotic, though. I'm not gonna lie.
We might stand a chance.
Hey, man, shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
The zombies don't look like... Why would you shoot them? Just walk away.
Yeah. Figured the chick with the crossbow. I'm gonna get like 3. You guys handle the rest.
Washington DC seems to be a popular location.
I mean, it's where the zombies
And I
are.
have more good news for fans of The Walking Dead.
Isn't that what they did with all the Euro Truck games? Is that they already have Europe rendered? So they just keep reusing the same map.
Walking Dead game that we're getting the chance to talk about right now. This is Telltale's The Walking Dead: The Final Season. Joining me on stage to talk about it is the lead writer James Windler and the
I lost faith in this game when
herself,
one of the characters I killed
Melissa
showed up in a cutscene.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sean, thanks for joining me on the stage.
Our pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want to ask right
It's a nice
away
jacket,
for,
actually.
You know,
I
people
like
who've
that
played
jacket. I like
through
that
the
color.
first 3
I'm gonna get a white
seasons of
one.
The Walking Dead. In terms of the gameplay, what's some of the familiar and what's some of the new?
Okay, so for people
I'll still
who
buy it
don't
and
know
finish it,
Telltale, we are a story-based company. We focus on narrative. We've had our roots in the old school point-and-click adventure games, but we've developed our own cinematic style and almost a signature mechanic, like our choice wheel.
Yeah.
And that's
Choice
all familiar.
wheel? Signature mechanic?
Signature
mechanic.
branch the
Fucking hell.
narrative. What's new this year? We have.
Like, what are you gonna do when you need to choose something? You either use a wheel or use a freaking a bar, a line.
Yeah, like swipes and button mashes and all of that. This year, with the final season, we're introducing segments of unscripted combat.
Yeah, we see some of this right here.
Yeah, so Clem probably just brutalizes zombies.
Hey, man.
Of course she is.
Check out my fucking
Oh yeah,
mullet.
so we also have like the orbital cam, like the over-the-shoulder camera.
Okay,
that's,
so
like,
they've
offering our
actually
players,
developed an engine that's
opportunities
different
to
for this?
explore our environments, which you can also see from the B-roll. Is like they're looking really good with this graphic black art style that we're employing.
Yeah, because in the previous games it was much more of a directed camera from scene to scene, but now you can really sort of explore the environment on your own.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah.
Now I want to ask about the
Where's
story.
that Duke hat,
Telltale
man?
games always have that as the central feature. Where does The Walking Dead: The Final Season start off?
Okay, so it starts. Clementine has been on the road for a long time. We are post-time jump in the comics. She's been on the road. She's traveling with AJ, who is an orphan boy, who is the closest thing that she has to family. But they're reaching the end of it. They are like running out of steam on the road. It's like proving to be untenable. The final season, Clementine discovers a school, a secluded school, where there are no adults, and essentially sees that this might be a place that they could call home.
Yeah, and what are the sort of challenges?
But then she becomes an adult and has to
all kinds
kill
of
herself.
challenges. Yeah, like zombie threat all the time. Yeah, of course. And then there's always the external threat. Like at some point, they're going to be adults coming in.
I'm a bit bored of zombies, to be honest, truth.
Now, Melissa, I want
Don't
to
tell me the
ask
truth. I
what
don't
your
want to hear
experience
that.
has been like, because it's
Okay.
rare to have
Right, sorry.
you know, a voice
Oh, I love
actress
zombies.
journey along
Thank
I want to marry one.
Tell me the lies.
How long ago was the first
I was,
recording that you did?
Well, it was 2012, but we might have even started in 2011. I don't know.
We're not going to do math on air.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
always
doing
a
math.
bad idea.
That's not happening right now. It's been a long time, and it's not only just playing one character. It's actually been aging with her, growing with her, and falling deeper and deeper in love with her. And
I don't know if I would fall in love with her.
Child who's playing as Lee.
I mean, I did fall in love with Hal. Hal was the greatest character.
Who? Now you're playing as Clementine. I mean, really, this is a fan-driven game.
It's like, I was thinking it was like, it's kind of like having a long-lasting tabletop character. You know, you just
going to be playing as Clementine.
I've never had one that lasted that long, but having one that's like 3 or 4 years old, I'm sure it's like a similar situation.
I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm super sad. I'm super psyched. Of course, it'll be sad to end her journey, but I'm really looking forward. Obviously, I'm
surrounded by talent with Telltale Games, and I have no doubt that the writers and the creatives are going to crush it. So, sad but happy? It's all very confusing. I'm a very confused human right now. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I'm someone who's played through all of the Telltale Walking Dead games. I'd love to know when the final season is coming out.
August 14th. Yeah, we ship August 14th, and it's available for pre-order right now.
Be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for joining me on stage today. Once again, that's thewalkingdeadgame.com, or you can find it on Steam as well.
I would have liked a little more explanation on the Overkill one. The gameplay is going to be.
They didn't really show anything.
No.
Kind of seemed robotic as fuck, to be honest with you.
Coming straight out of Finland
Yeah, it's
from
like a
Nola Games,
pre-
it's a magical action roguelike that
Just like what it was with Destiny.
Are you just trying to
No,
kill
not
me?
Destiny. Division,
Don't
where
let
it's
the retro art style fool you.
pre-scripted
Noita is set in a procedurally generated
engine
world
work,
where
and it's
every
like
pixel
we
is
doesn't
physically
show anything.
simulated. Let's take a look.
What's happening? Sorry, you don't want me to. You want me to live. I love retro art style. It's not been overused.
Look, man, the retro art style is mostly, I think you'll find, a product of not having anyone who understands how to build art. This is publisher art, not publisher art, programmer art. This reminds me of Leroy. This reminds me of Leroy, big time.
Oh shit!
That creature reminded me of something from Terraria. Don't know why.
Wishlisted now on Steam. For why?
Our next title is one that's very near and dear to my heart, as it is the spiritual successor to one of my favorite childhood games, Theme Hospital. Joining me to talk about it are the two founders of 2 Point Studios to talk about 2 Point Hospital. Join me in welcoming Dr. Webley and Dr. Carr.
Are they actually doctors?
Doctors are fun. They're fun. They're
wow.
doctrinaires.
Great suits. I know, I've got to ask, as two fully trained medical professionals, how does one run a hospital in 2 Point Hospital?
Yeah!
Wait, oh my gosh, is the stethoscope eliminating your microphone? Oh, you know what? Every year, come here, talk to me.
Okay.
How do you run a hospital?
So 2 Point Hospital is a game about
Oh my god, yes, day 9.
building your own hospital.
Get in here nice and deep like.
Talk directly at my tie.
Yeah, listen, you said don't talk there.
Yeah.
I got to look out here, you said.
Yeah, no, just look straight at the ground.
There's a lot of customization. Is this not working at all?
Yeah, it's great.
Doing great. Carry on.
I'll carry on then. Yeah, a lot of customization, a lot of interesting characters in our world, which with all these different characters, we had to come up with some really interesting illnesses.
It's like Theme
and
Hospital.
cures for them. And you have fun in 2 Point County exploring different regions.
Oh, wow.
Butt. Right in the butt.
Fuck, dude.
This is real.
Thanks, man.
Actually,
that needle was.
research this.
Jesus
It's a certain animal.
All
And
the way
also
through.
You can train people. You can train your doctors to be better, your nurses to be better. Do research so you can unlock.
I'm here for an anima.
Cures.
Yeah. You know,
saying everything, isn't it?
Sorry,
You don't have an appointment?
That was a bit backfilling. Carry
yeah,
on.
so I mean, no, tell me about it. Like, what is the sort of late game sort of experience that you'll be playing through? Because this looks like it's quite deep into the running of a hospital.
Yeah, this is later on. So you start off and
That guy has no head.
You know, you're
No, it's just very
researching,
tiny.
You're training up staff.
It's a
you're
skull.
diagnosing illnesses, and you're hopefully curing them and making money, and then getting off.
Can you make illnesses and then cure them?
Yeah, I see this malady called
Probably.
turtle head. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yes. It's when the head becomes so shrunken, it gets stuck in the neck orifice, just pops out slightly.
Neck orifice?
And, it has to
Doctor
be,
here.
Extracted. And Mark, how's it
Yeah,
get
well,
extracted?
this is something you've maybe we've all been there. I know. This is one where.
Oh, yeah, just pull the damn
A
thing.
little bit of suction.
Okay, I would have a bit of fun with this.
Have you ever played Theme Hospital?
Yeah.
No.
I think
That's actually
they really
real
said
illness.
is that
Yeah,
they
It is. It's real.
Now, I had
It's
to ask
based
about
off of that.
something that I think every
Or
young
something.
man has to deal with at some point. What is a monobrow infestation?
Yeah. Well, monobrow is
Follically enhanced.
Yeah, it's a
problem. We've all been there.
Yeah. I haven't.
No, okay.
But yeah, it needs to be diagnosed and cured pretty quickly. If it doesn't, it'll fester, and you might shed a bit of hair. And in fact,
it will
You just shoot the damn things,
body,
nice.
And it needs to be got rid of before the health inspectors arrive.
It looks like the monobrows are multiplying in the hospital.
They breed they're big breeders. The monobrows.
Yeah, they like
monobeasts.
They like dirty places.
Oh, Jesus.
Disgusting.
Like,
so you've got to keep your hospital clean and well maintained. Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to breed, and you'll have a trouble.
I want to ask about sort of how the game evolves over time, because Theme Hospital was very mission-based. How does the experience of running a hospital change as the game goes on?
Yeah, so once you've started your first hospital, it's it's a pretty simple affair. And then
That guy's not doing so hot. Net income
point
negative
out there's different
33,000.
regions. There's a cold region.
Yeah, spend money, make money,
warm
man.
Regions with contagious diseases. And, there's
poor regions, there's rich regions.
Yeah. So we've got volcanoes.
Yeah,
in fact,
we've got all sorts of wonderful, weird effects can happen in different parts of the
So
world.
you might struggle to manage your hospital empire because a volcano went off nearby.
Yeah, it's about spinning plates, isn't it? You've got everything set up nicely, and then
something
curveballs
happens.
thrown at you. So.
Well, I'd love to know more information about when 2 Point Hospital is coming out.
Well, we're coming out to fall. And you can check us out by going onto our Steam page and hopefully wish listing. Yeah. And we're coming later in the year.
We're told to say that.
No.
Well, I'm personally, again,
I'll be
really
interested in
looking
that.
forward to it coming out. Thanks so much for joining me, Doctor and Doctor.
Thank you.
Talk about 2 Point Hospital.
That game kind of looks like it's deceptively deep and complex.
Now, our second Battle Royale game of the afternoon.
Wow, it took you this long?
RPG-esque bent, and you may have even seen
What about-
it streamed on Twitch in the previous week. Let's take a look at Hi-Rez's
Ooh, they got Hi-Rez coming out? Bring back
Yeah,
Tribes, dude. Give me a Tribes Battle Royale. I'd play that
Isn't
game.
that basically what Tribes was?
Yes.
I was like,
Just give me Tribes,
I never
basically.
played it, but isn't that exactly what Tribes was?
Nah, Tribes was CTF, but give me a Tribes Battle Royale, man. 100%. Skill-based, Twitch-based shooter.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this. That's the one mechanic in Realm Royale I've seen that I like, is that you find these forges and you build a weapon.
You build weapon, armor, or class abilities.
And then you have to stand there for a minute, I think. Kind of interesting.
So before you go
I wasted so much money on them.
land on the map, you'll actually choose
Tribes.
from a list of fantasy
Tribes was
classes
good,
like
dude.
mage,
I enjoyed it, and then they
hunter, or
stopped developing it.
and specify
They're
your
back
play
developing
style
it
before
again
you
or
land.
something.
How do these different classes work?
So an engineer will be more about bunkering down, putting up shields, putting down turrets. The assassin will get behind the lines using stealth, use a sniper rifle to take out targets. And the warrior will just jump in there throwing axes and being crazy.
And, in some of the streams that I've watched, it also seemed like there were
And actually
not
looks like a really
just
fun
the
game, to be
loot and
honest with you.
find stuff.
I would never
Talk to
play
me
it.
about how the ability mechanics work.
Once you choose a class, it'll come with a set of abilities, and you'll actually be upgrading these during the match, but it specifies your play style. And so as you're looting, abilities as
How
well as
slow is
armor
this guy
and weapons
moving?
will come out of the chest.
Okay.
You'll start equipping that and
He's
determine
being
the play style
recorded.
you want. And so you
It's
can
a
just really expect
in studio
And,
match.
You mentioned this a little bit. I've seen it.
Why
on
is a
stream.
hunter using a
Talk to
grenade
me
launcher?
About crafting in the game. I mean, how does crafting work in a game where
an
there's
engineer
a constantly
weapon.
shrinking play circle?
We're really excited about this. So strewn across the map, there are places called forges. And so once you go to the forge, you'll collect shards from disenchanting loot you find as you're going about. And you'll use these shards to start crafting legendary gear, very powerful pieces that everyone will want.
Yeah.
Once you start the forge, a smokestack will appear above the forge and everyone comes over to
It's like
fight.
a mini objective even.
Have I seen someone play this?
So I know that
Yeah.
Realm
Yeah.
Royale is currently available for free on Steam, but I hear that you have some goodies people can check out that are E3 exclusive.
That's right. So free on Steam, we're actually out for less than a week now, and we were already number 4 on Steam charts. And this week at E3, through Mixer, if you stream on Mixer and you're playing, the streamer that gets closest to the Crown Royale will enter into the hype zone, and so everyone will see you you'll be featured on the main page of Mixer, and you'll have a chance to win the Jailbird chicken skin, which is our first piece of cosmetic. It's a little chicken with like a little jailbird, like prisoner outfit, and just box around. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and if you don't know the chicken mechanic, seriously, please look it up right now. Rory, thanks so much for joining me on
the
stage
chicken
to talk
mechanics
about Realm
different.
Royale. Once again, it's for free on Steam
Instead of just
right
dying
now.
flat out, you turn into a chicken. And if you manage to survive for 30 seconds, you, I believe you respawn with about half health.
Yeah.
Yes, John, as you may remember,
But you can
our
move
next
around and
game
jump and
is
stuff
made
like
by
that.
a
Yes,
core
you can
team
move
of
around, and
just
there's
2
some
people.
there's
It's
windows
called
or doorways that
and it's a fun
normally you
and
can't fit
creepy
through, but as a
collecting
chicken you
indie
can.
inspired by Pokemon, Harvest Moon, and Animal Crossing. This fresh
Wait,
trailer
what?
features a first look at their unique combat
You
system,
just said everything I
along with
liked.
plenty of cute ooblet
Harvest
fight
Moon,
environments.
Pokemon, and Animal
Let's take a
Crossing?
gander.
What's that fucking little thing? Isn't that anime girl? Their little orange hoodie?
You mean Cancer?
Is it? Fucking looks like her.
Battle Royale mode.
Oh, fucking. Is it a dance-off? Alright. Dancing with an ice cream cone.
Oh, dude, twerking? This doesn't show anything about what you just said. Oh, no, they had this earlier on the Twitch stream.
Huh.
It's a Double Fine thing. Okay, that looks cool.
Why isn't your farm organized?
Because acid.
Forget cupcakes. What are you doing with the giant cupcakes?
No fishing, it can fuck off.
Crazy
Go.
old lady coming into the store with her trash bags.
I like the idea that you're the only person that can see these little fuckboys.
It's because you're an
That'd be
acid.
great.
Yeah.
Ooblets.
Why'd they put double O in there?
It wouldn't be a PC gaming
Just
show
because.
without a dash of strategy, which is why I'm delighted that we get the chance to
Yeah,
share
one
with you
strategy game.
next in the Anno games. Let's take a look at
Anno.
Anno 1880.
1880? So they're going back in time again? Okay. Look, I fuck with some Anno like hardcore, dude. I'll fuck with Anno all day, every day. Anno is like a city building simulator that focuses mostly on trade between capital cities. It is fucking good. Oh man, Anno. Writing this shit down, dude. 1880. Hell yeah. Haven't seen any more of that XCOM game though.
Phoenix Point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we will.
Yeah, he called it 1880.
Joining
It was
me on the stage
1800.
to talk about it is the executive producer,
maybe you
Burkhard
misread.
Rattheiser, and community developer Bastian Thun.
Doom. Hello?
Gentlemen, welcome to the stage. I
Yeah,
wanna
it's
begin
1800.
right
He must have
away
misread
by
it.
Asking, you know, for people who haven't seen or experienced the Anno series, what are these types of games like?
Yeah, well, Anno 1800 is
Damn, that dude is
PC,
fucking tanned. What the hell?
Only real-time strategy game, and it's
Huh.
kind of mixing city building together with
Or maybe he's just like
economic
normal
simulation
compared to all these
and
game
naval
developers who
warfare.
live inside.
And at its core, it's a sandbox game. So you
This is
have
what
a-
SimCity
a
should have
free,
been,
a vast amount
basically.
of freedom to explore.
It's strategy,
explore the
economic
world
city builder.
and build huge
It's really
cities.
good.
And
I always, for some reason, I always thought Anno was like a puzzle-solving mystery game. I don't know
the
why.
19th century, it's such an interesting and rich era that
I never tried
there was
it.
so much.
I was always
happening
into
in this
Age of
era.
Empires.
So we had two industrial revolutions. We had major scientific inventions.
Oh, that was the other game I
also
was gonna
big
say. I
social
hope
changes
we'll
and
see
also
something
the
out of
the
a new Age
creation
of
big
Empires.
imperial empires. So it's a really
Yeah.
rich era.
And what are some of the elements that we'll get to see from the 19th century in Anno 1800?
So it's kind of for the player. It's well, basically you start with the first kind of medieval settlements, and then it's a kind of a journey through the 19th century. So it's a kind of you explore everything that kind of happened in this rich era.
And I understand that you have a very unique take on how to work with the community, how to gather feedback. I was wondering if you could talk to me about what is Anno Union.
So last year at Gamescom, when we actually revealed the game, we decided on, you know what, it's pre-alpha, revealed the game. We invited the community to basically become a member of our development team. So we launched our Anno Union platform. It's a place where we give constant weekly updates on the current development and invite players to give feedback and basically help us developing the game.
Can you give me like an example of exactly how some choices have been steered by the community?
So there's a lot of different stuff we did. So like from the feedback we got on our blogs and focus playtests where invited players, we got so much great feedback, which had to completely rebalance the mid and late game of the game. Also, we heavily expanded on core features of the game based on feedback. We said like, okay, that really seems to work. Players like that, so okay. Let's do it like improve the quality a little bit even more.
Yeah.
But they can also vote on actual game content. So we had a big vote for an AI opponent in the game, for a community creation contest where they could create their own island and stuff like that.
And I understand that some of this footage that you're sharing right now is pieces that people can go to anno-union.com and vote on right now.
Exactly. So right just in time for E3, you can go to anno-union.com, check out, we have a vote up where you can vote on one of 5 ships in the game. And that's only the first stage, because in the second stage, we will allow you to design your own ship variant.
Why do people keep doing this shit?
Vote, then you can design
because they want free art assets,
nodes, drawings, 3D models, whatever you like. And the winner
Don't
of that contest
pay anyone
will
except
make it
for
into the
exposure.
Now, where is the website that people can go to again to get the most information right now?
Yeah,
because there's got to be some pretty damn talented freelance artists, and they're like, hey, let's tap into that talent. Maybe they're trying to, it's like a weird artist application. It's like, hey, you want a job?
Our next title is the final battle
That's me
of the
being
night. And Frank
final battle
hopeful.
is going to be talking about it, and it's
Final
a little
one?
bit, maybe not what you'd expect.
Publisher TinyBuild is known for discovering distinctive indie developers and bringing their quirky ideas to the fore.
It's gonna be fucking that neighbor game.
Oh, yeah, the one we saw yesterday is the little kid Hello Neighbor.
Reveal of a game developed by Galvanic Games in cooperation with Explosion. Inspired by the cyanide and happiness.
Oh wow, Explosion?
Rapture Battle Royale as you've never seen
one
before, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not.
I'll fuck with this.
Top down, isometric, cartoony, and basically bonkers. Let's take a look at what happens when the man
Purple shirt
makes
stabber.
an epic fail and only beams up the bad people. Introducing Rapture Rejects.
Rapture Rejects. Doesn't sound very cartoony and lighthearted to me.
It's cyanide and happiness, man.
Yeah.
Dear God, every day I strive to be closer to your light. I pray that when Judgment Day, that most holiest of days, comes upon us, when you bring all the good people to heaven, that I may live in eternal glory by your side. Amen.
I love the animations of Explosion, man. They do a good job with them. Hello, I am Jesus Christ, and this is Rapture. Yep. Oh god, are they really doing Rapture? Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone gets pulled up to heaven. He doesn't get pulled up.
Oh shit.
Little help. Thanks, brah.
Thanks, brah. Fucking killing it. Jesus Christ.
Rapture Rejects. Okay. Alright, okay. I'll fuck with this game. How is this a Battle Royale game, though?
Harold! Get down here this instant! You didn't break the leaves! Smell you later, you old bag!
Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Good for a giggle.
I can't believe we got to show that trailer. That's so great. Our final game that we will be showcasing this evening is from perhaps the most famous stealth action franchise in gaming, the Hitman series.
Oh, Hitman, okay.
I thought he was going to say Splinter Cell. I was like, oh.
Hitman 2.
Sean Bean walks out on stage. He's like, "Hello, Sean." So they're bringing 6 maps to this at launch.
Welcome to Miami, 47.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Innovation race
If it's as big as the last ones that it was.
and it is down to the wire. The Providence defectors.
Oh, the last one was so
and Sierra
hard,
Knox.
which is good.
A day of high-octane thrills and two
I really enjoyed it,
very
yeah.
popular targets.
My favorite one is that I did one of the missions where you're actually a ninja, and I climbed onto the roof. It was the medical one. The guy was in the central lobby. I just chucked the ninja star in his general direction. So I started running, and then by the time I was down on the ground, like ready to extract, the ninja star had hit the guy in the freaking head.
God, the overarm tossing in this game of like a fire hydrant or a whatever is just like so good. Oh, dude, come on, come on.
Fucking beating that guy with a fucking coconut.
Yep.
Play the fuck out of that game, man.
Joining me to talk about Hitman 2 is game director from IO Interactive, Jacob Mickelson. Join me up here, Jacob. Come on out, we gotta talk. Assassination.
Where's Sean Bean?
Hey, Sean. Welcome, Jacob. Thanks for joining me. I mean, right away, tell me, what is Agent 47 doing in Miami?
Well,
killing people.
He's there to, to Sharon Robert Knox, who are part of the Kronstadt Empire. And yeah, we all know how that ends, right?
I don't give a fuck about the story. Just tell me about Hitman
game. I
gameplay.
have some hints. And, you know, I always felt like in the Hitman games, the environment was so critical, trying to study and trying to understand it. What are some of the elements in Miami that will show up in Hitman 2?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Miami is, I think it's one of the biggest events we've ever created in the game. And in Miami, we have, of course, the race as the centerpiece.
Yeah.
But being this super high detailed sandbox, we also go to great lengths to actually create all the surrounding bits and pieces, like you have here, backstage area. Of course, we also have that in Miami. So pits and paddocks, there's an emergency room, and so on. So all the facilities needed in order for you to kind of make your own way through the mission and take advantage of the locations and all the different disguises and items you stumble upon as you move in closer to your targets.
And in terms of the mechanics, I know that there's going to be a lot of the familiar feels, but what are some of the brand new mechanics that are in Hitman?
Yeah, some of the new stuff is, for instance, the crowds we saw here in Miami. First of all, there's more than ever.
Yeah,
there's close to 2,000 people now in the scenes, and
wow,
2,000
There's
NPCs.
a new crowd mechanic where you can dip into the crowd if you get in trouble. So as long as they are not fleeing or running away, then they're there for you to hide in. So in case you get chased by guards.
Awesome.
Another new thing is the picture-in-picture mechanic where you get information about what's going on other places in the level. So if you're setting up traps and stuff like that, you can kind of keep track of where the important characters are. And last but not least, we have the fan favorite, which is the sniper briefcase is back. But this time it's not only for sniper rifles, it's also for all the other things you want to carry around kind of without causing too much attention to yourself.
And I want to ask about some of the weapons and the disguises that have been showing up throughout these trailers.
Yeah, we go to great lengths. I think the theme of this showing is going to be the fish. It's really it's a studio favorite. We're having a lot of laughs at that, right? And then, of course, you just saw it in the kitchen as a frying pan. So we all know the kitchen is the most dangerous room in your house, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
Also counts in Hitman.
And I want to ask about some of my favorite content from Hitman, things like elusive targets, limited time events. Will those be making a comeback?
Absolutely. So there's still going to be escalations for you to kind of challenge the game in many different ways. There's going to be challenge packs, again, new challenge for you. And then, of course, the elusive targets that pop up for a short period of time only. And you have one shot at this or...
I really like that stuff, but I never got to do it because it was always like weird times and shit.
Yeah, I did try one, and then like a freaking
where you get to.
I got
play
identified and the guy
24/7.
ran off,
Also,
and I was like, oh,
for the first time
all
in the
right.
franchise, you can
Because
play
at the
along
time
with
I was like, oh,
friends
just restart.
in
I
co-op mode.
didn't realize that
Well,
you
Jacob,
couldn't
thank
restart.
you so much for coming
Yeah, I
out.
fucked
I'm
up on my
super
first
looking
one
forward
as
to
well,
Hitman
yeah.
2.
I was like, ah, shit. All right.
I might be the worst hitman ever, but I try hard. Now, Jacob, I'm going to thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to escort you off to the right. So you're going to rush off this way, because coming in from the left, for the first time ever,
Sean
vaguely
Bean.
nearby me, it's the co-host, Frankie. Come here, Frankie.
No.
Is she really small or really tall?
Down from the balcony for good
She
behavior.
is small.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Frankie, we did it.
Actually,
The
I think
PC
Day Night's
Gaming
pretty
Show
tall,
is
so
done.
she's
Thank you so much
pretty
for
tall
joining us
herself,
to
I think.
host this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
She's
Thanks for all of
5'11",
you who
he's
came out
6
to the
foot.
Wiltern and joined us today. It was a blast. Thanks to Twitch chat. I know that everything you said was appropriate and intelligently thought out. And of course, this year we're curating even more great PC games from the Facebook booth in E3 South Hall. Last, and of course not least, a huge thank you to all our wonderful sponsors who let the PC Gaming Show come back for a 4th straight year. They are Hi-Res Studios, Digital Extremes, Archangel Hellfire, Team 17, Stardock Entertainment, Acer, Predator, Improbable, Oculus Rift, Drake's Cakes, Tripwire, Frontier Developments, and Square Enix. We hope you have a wonderful E3.
No
and
trip,
go
no
play
Team
some damn
17
video
stuff.
games.
So
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think they're just weren't they developing those 3 indie games
Welcome
that we
back
saw
to
earlier?
E3 on
Oh,
Twitch. That
Jesus
was
fucking Christ, that was really loud. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. So yeah, guys, that was the PC gaming show. I wrote down some games that were really cool. I don't know if you guys did the same, but Satisfactory, mwah, I will play that game.
Yeah,
yeah.
Factorio in 3D. Yes, please.
Yeah, that one was #1 up there on my list of excited new stuff.
Mm-hmm. The Forgotten City, Skyrim mod turned full indie game. I'm interested in that 100%. Glad they finally clawed out of the hole that they were in, and actually released. So that's pretty cool. Yakuza on the PC.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
But
I've never played them, but if you recommend them, I might.
Yeah,
have a
absolutely.
look.
Yakuza 0, followed by a Yakuza 1 remake called Kiwami. And Kiwami 2 for the PS4 is coming out in August, I want to say. But that's not coming to PC by the looks of things, so which is annoying, but you know. Kiwami comes out on August 28th, yeah. And what else do we have here? Morningstar, which was that VR dive farming simulator game thing where you're farming software and stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
that's right. The Cyberpunk Fire Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, software farm program.
2 Point Hospital looked like it was just a gay old time.
Yeah, that looks like something you could just probably slap on for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, fail. And like, hey, that was a good time, and then move on about your day. Or you can, if you're doing good, you lose, like, holy shit, it's been 4 hours. Where did my time go?
Yeah, Maneater. That's a little close to me.
Yeah.
But that's that. I'm glad to see that they're actually talking about it now, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Anno 1800 looks.
I've never
great.
played an Anno game, but
Did you enjoy any Sim City style game like Cities or anything like that?
well, I played Cities Skylines, and I played SimCity 4 and 1 and 2000. So
You
yeah,
probably like it. It's very more focused on building economy than it is, say, building roads or anything like
I
that.
think I
so-
watched a playthrough of the futuristic one at some point.
2080 to 2880 or whatever it is. Yeah. That one was kind of interesting because they had like, you could like vote on the internet for like legislation and stuff. It was weird. It was a strange one, but it is what it is. What else do we have in here? Rapture Rejects.
Yeah, that looks like fun.
That looks like
I don't know how long
a good
before
time.
that's just like that looks like an Adult Swim kind of game. Like you play it for like 20 minutes. And you're like, okay, I get it. Thanks.
I think so. I think like a lot of other battle royale games, it'll have its peak when it releases and it'll die horribly and horrendously really quickly.
Depends on how the comedy's done. If it's funny all throughout, then it might be good. But if it's just literally a little bit of comedy and then not, the joke runs out pretty fast, then it might not be as good as it appears. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hitman 2. I mean, I'm pretty much gonna buy that game, but I wanted to get a little closer before I buy it because I don't know what's going on with that. They have like some weird stuff going into that or whatever. So it like the DLC packs and stuff look strange, but it also looks really expensive. But yeah.
The one I'm excited for is that Genesis game. Genesis Alpha 1, I think it was called. Something like that.
Where the splicing game? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
What about you, James? You read down anything interesting?
Well, I'm definitely I'm quite a big Hitman fan, so definitely Hitman is definitely like tingling my tastes. And what was the other game? The Factorio one, which I enjoyed playing. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed Factorio when I played it, even though I haven't really played it as much as I want to, but yeah.
Fucking no Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlords.
Yeah, no Mountain Blade at all, which is, I find strange because isn't that this year?
No, they have not released an announcement date for that. Yeah. So, who knows? So, let's, I guess, rate this bitch. So, Mr. James Corp, out of 10, give me a stinking
I mean, it was a bit too breakneck speed for my taste. I think
they had a lot to get through, I guess, but yeah.
I think I'll put it would probably be a 6 or a 7, so it's pretty average.
That's average? 6 to 7 is average for you?
Well, 5 would be average, so it's just above average.
Yeah, so a 6. Okay. What was the standout thing, though? I mean,
well, the standout thing for me was Hitman at the end. I mean, even though I don't really know how it lines up with the previous one, whether it is a continuation, I hope it's a continuation.
Okay, yeah.
So I hope it's technically the season 2, but rather.
Well, it's a different publisher, so there might be some sticky stuff there. So, like, I don't know. We'll have to see. But, like, were you entertained throughout? Like, was it an entertaining presentation? Like,
it was. I think it was a bit over the place, really, with some of it. Some of it was entertaining. Some of it was like, I'm not really interested in this part of what they're showing me. Like I said, I'll lie, but I love zombie games. I don't think they've been done to death at all. I think we should have a few thousand more. Keep it coming.
Speaking about zombie games, the man who's back from the dead, Floof Knight. What do you think? What's your rating here?
Me, I give it a respectable 8.
What? Damn.
Yeah, I give it I'm super excited for that Satisfactory and the and Hitman, and this with everything else that they like announced, most of it was new stuff. It wasn't really a lot of rehashing. Of course, the Yakuza, or the Sega section is a remaster, but it's exciting because it's not on PC.
Yeah,
it's this good first time for a lot of people like myself who are going to have access to these games without having to go through very roundabout means. So that's what I'm excited for. It didn't have that stupid, annoying Amazon pop-up on the side of the screen.
Holy fucking shit!
That gave it a point in itself, which is the whole point. Was that wasn't there. No awkward musical performance, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, like the fucking Ubisoft one wasn't that awkward.
It's not so much that the performance is awkward; it's that it's awkward for us to watch because the sound balancing isn't there.
Sure.
It's just.
So a solid 8, huh? That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. If we're doing half points, I'd round down 7.5.
7.5. Okay, we are doing half points. Okay. Everything. So
yeah, I'll give it a 7.5. And like I said, just gained the whole point because they have that Amazon pop up. So
Yeah.
A 6.5, above average.
So for me, here's the thing about, like, it's kind of weird for me because this is sort of my wheelhouse in a lot of cases, right? Like when you work in the industry or have any sort of like understanding of the industry, you kind of just come across these titles a lot more. So honestly, the surprising things for me were like from the AAA publishers like Sega and shit like that, right? And it kind of had its place here because on the PC, but that really wasn't like the intended purpose of this show. The stuff that I really wanted to see on PC, like for example, like what the fuck, like 2 cab social games like in the one thing, you know, like what are the odds of that sort of shit? Like things like Hitman, I feel like was only here because they literally had no other place to fucking show their game, right? Like they didn't have a place to go. And the Yakuza one also didn't really have a place to go because it's not like Sega have their own thing, you know? I feel like, if anything, those titles came on just simply because of the fact that, you know, it's the last resort for them. And that's such a weird thing to feel, you know? Satisfactory, on the other hand, was a nice surprise. I did not expect that at all. Like, so I'm going to give this, I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. Like, honestly, I really wish that it surprised me more, honestly. So, yeah. So, gentlemen, that pretty much sums up what we have going on now. So, in about half an hour's time, we'll be setting up for Sony. And that, I think, is just going to be myself and Drummer Boy. Floof, if you're around, you're welcome to join us. I know, James, you got some stuff to do, so...
I will not be able to join. I will have work.
I see. Well, make sure you come back for that in about half an hour's time. We're going to bring the stream down, though, because, it's hot, and I got to do some stuff. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed your time with us. And remember, Sean Plott has the best plot. Did you see that, Crotch? Anyway, good night, guys.
See you later.